And good evening, everyone. Hello, welcome to Lazy Mini Painting, and I am late. I know, I'm sorry. You will get an apology, however, I will do a small one now. I am sorry. We hopefully getting another one in a minute. For the reason why I was like, but still, thank you for coming to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Laz. Nice to meet you. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show and the live stream that goes along with it. Please feel free to chat along, because, well, that's how it works. And for you portrait viewers, hopefully I'm about to be able to come and join you in your chat. That one. And I don't know why it does this. So, while we're waiting, good evening, Ali. Thank you for coming to join us tonight and join me to do this. We're working on the magical world of sparkles and oak again. And I've made some decisions. And while I'm joining this, I'm going to tell you about the decisions. First one is, I'm not going to try and cut the circles out of this. That is just a stupid idea. Having the circles on it is not a bad idea, knowing that I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 on here. So it's a rough estimate, but yeah, I'm not going to cut it out. It's just going to be an absolute pain in the rear end. Good evening, Twisted. Good evening. Thank you for coming in, mate. Your Paragon Warsuit is... yeah, that's a bit nice. A bit nice. Just to say, just to sum it up. Anyone who wants to see this absolutely stunning model, please join the Discord, and it is in the work in progress section. And it's coming close to completion. I think it's coming close to... I think there's one arm left, really, and a gun. I think that's all that's left. I mean, there's a lot on that arm and a gun, but yeah, the work that has gone into it, as you can see that the work that has gone into it. Very nice model. Sadly saying, better than anything you'll probably see on this channel. That aside, so yeah, I'm gluing this in here. I also wish to glue in the bar, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to. I think I should paint the bar first, at least to some degree, or at least stain it or do something. And again, with this, I think I should at least attempt to stain it a little, just so some of the planks look more like the ones that are on the dock here. I think it was just an Agrax Earthshade, so once I glue it on, I may put an Agrax Earthshade over that. Whether or not it'll work as well over the masking tape, I am not so sure. But there's only one way I'm going to find that out, really, isn't there? So that's what I'm going to do with that. We also have the Rogue Bat to complete. Bruce has been the only suggestion for a name so far. I have noticed extra pouches and super tiny bits, so if I can find the goggles, they may be coming out tonight. If not, I might try and do my best to do it without. I have noticed I've managed some shiny effects that I can't remember how I got within his ears and his wings. I think I'm going to try and keep that as much as possible. Good evening, Lee. Good evening. That was that train track that you went to, that layout in Chester. Oh, that was nice. That was very nice. Good evening also to Racing Club. Hello and welcome in. Thank you for coming to join us. However, can you keep political stuff out of it, because this is a magical world and they don't give a shit because it's a bat. But thank you for coming in. Yeah, see, the moderators are polite. They will still just ban you though, so please don't do that stuff. Anyway, on to him. I need to figure out what to do with his face. So, again, as usual, I'm thinking of lightening up the what is essentially the snout on the muzzle, and finding a nice colour for the eyes. I also need to sort out what I'm going to do for the dagger. I've just realised a really big problem. Sparkles needs to put my cup of tea down, and I have stuff scattered all over the desk, everywhere. I have characters everywhere. I have models everywhere. I've been doing the Tyranids again. Basically catching up the models that need to be finished. I need to leave a certain amount of people here, though. Safe if I move. However, go for it. Hello, good evening. I hope you're having a nice night. So far, I've had an idiot who's stumbled into the wrong place. Only one, though. Hopefully, he's learned to not shout space. Still waiting for Nelson Mandela that they promised me. You say you get all this free stuff, but you never actually get it, do you? Always cost money. I weren't paying that much for Nelson Mandela. No. Got that much money. So, I looked out. Never mind. Nobody got one, I hope. And within the first 10 minutes, yes, I probably got myself banned from YouTube. For life. Oh well. We'll see how the rest of the stream goes. Hey, I hope it don't bum out on me. So first of all, I'm going to need some super glue. No super glue. Because it takes longer to dry, and yeah, that means I can move this out of the way and start painting and doing other things. But you lose stopping. I prefer the wood glue, but I can't seem to find that either. Yeah, we make do with what we make do with, and we have what we have. And in this case, we have just yay glue. So that's what we're going to stick it down with. Look, it's paper on the inside. So the advantage with PVA over superglue, however, there is a small advantage. Superglue is quick, does bond, especially with paper. Fucking in. But if you use PVA, then it allows you a little bit more maneuverability to make sure it's in the right. Problem is, then you've got to weight the bloody thing down. And you really want to try and weight it down at edges, which is why the 1, 2, 3 blocks are out tonight. And they're going to weight that down there. I could do with something else to go in the middle. Do I have anything heavy enough to go in the middle? That small area there. That chat box is perfectly just. Could put the PVA there, but no, I do not. I'm just gonna have to hope the 1, 2, 3 blocks hold it and let it dry. That's dry. I can. I need so many things, and I don't have. I've not got very good organizational skills, so things are getting moved around the desk, and my desk is gonna get cluttered and messy for a while. Until I finished with this, however, does fit if I can get it at all in camera shot without knocking them over. It does fit pretty much perfectly as we thought it would be measured against a 1, 2, 3 block, because that's what I used to make the block that is going against. It is essentially a foam core 1, 2, 3 block. So that fits really, really snugly against there. So PVA, it should only require a little bit of tape to kind of keep it in place. See, even though it's only coming away a little bit. Bit of tape, it should hold it in place. I forgot to turn my phone to silent. No, don't do. You wanna know something? This phone is forever just trying to annoy me. Get rid of everything. Make it silent. Now go back to the stream, please. Ah. Right. Now I need tape and glue. I know I have to box somewhere. I really should turn the light on in the living room, shouldn't I? That would probably help because I can only see around my desk at the moment. Also, shut this lights out and then people apparently they fade in and out and people aren't sure if the stars are what's going on. Shut the curtain, turn the light on. That's a good idea, lads. However, try and find fucking tape before you start next time. That is a better idea. I have found it. Most unreliable masking tape on the planet. I'm struggling reading the thingy at the moment. Ali's posted, I can only classify it as a very small essay on that section that I'm not entirely sure what it's about. The Lord said, "Let there be light." Yeah, now you can't actually see me. That's not real. That's not a great thing. Lazy Mini Painting live schedule. But oh, you do my schedule. Yeah, Mondays 9:30 p.m. for Models and Musings, which is various different things, and Wednesday mornings at somewhere between 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. ish, if I can manage it for that time. I cover Combat Patrol magazine from Hachette Partworks, provided I can get it. And obviously Thursday evenings at 9:30, except I was a little bit late and I'm still waiting for Sparkles to come over and give apology. But because I was late, the program that she was watching. Got stuff to do. I understand. At some point through this, I will expect the apology for me and for everybody else. Right, glue. Who? Glue you? Who do? Let's glue that into place. Not glue that, yeah. Well, glue that into place and also tape that. Holes. We all know Sparkles doesn't like talking on camera, so we're only expecting a very simple "I'm sorry." But while I move this out of the way, I'll give a chance to come closer to the mic so you can hear her. I'm right. You should. That was just doing my. That was just. She made me watch some stupid dating wedding program thing on. I don't know what it was called. I don't give a crap. But it was a stupid idea, and it made me analyze people and people watching and overthinking everything. Overthinking everything. And she put something like that, bleeding. I don't know. Right. Tonight we are painting. We're also telling decisions about bases. Decisions about because I've done the water bases as water bases and not as everywhere gravel bases. So by that I mean water bases are all blue. like the water section. And the people that are on the land have brown bases. Because I've done a planky walkway place, I am going to have to do planky walkway bases. Problem is, cutting that bit out of that, all 9 of them would loosen the structural integrity of it quite considerably, to the point where I would probably end up breaking it. So instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is, for the 8 or 9 characters that go up there, depending on the size of them, how they are, how big they are, and how much is up there actually, I will make that many bases with the offcuts and the other bits of pieces that I have, and glue them to the other bases before they go on. I'm going to have to make an absolute shitload of fucking bases. In which case, yes, I may. There should be simple bases actually. No, so I think I'm gonna get away with it. So Twisted, I don't think I'm gonna be annoying you with my fucking. How the hell would you get? I do want them to be fairly simple bases because I want them to be playable. The most ornate one is the butterfly, just to make it look like it's, because it was kind of on a base-ish or diorama-ish, small diorama base anyway. I kind of had to do something so I could stick it properly, neatly. That's the only one that's got any real embellishments at the moment. I may put a grass tuft or something on with Sparkles and Oak, just because they are the named characters. But any further than that, I doubt it'll be much. However, Sparkles has wanted me to do the Bat character. Bat character stands at the very, very top of the mountain. Very, very top. So it's not on the wooden planks, not on the floor. It's on the other side, behind the bar. Which means I'm going to have to get my move on to get behind the bar. And the bar is obviously run by the Octopus Cthulhu Warlock bartender. Who is a level 7 old one. Yeah. Dedicated to the old one Warlock. With Pact of the Tome, if I remember right. Now, this bar serves everybody. Not just the local towns guard and the local nice people. It also serves the not so nice people, or the ones to do more law breaking-y things, such as the rogue, who will be either an assassin or a thief, one of the two. I'm not sure about where I'm going to get the other one from. I would like one of each subclass of rogue if possible. Have we got any rogues? Apart from the back. No rogues. We only have 2 rogues. We only have 2 rogues. However, the Bunny Rabbit doesn't have a class yet either, but they're using an axe. So, I know we have 2 paladins, which are the Dragonborn and the Goatee. Nidal. So we have Nidal, who's the Goatee with the shield paladin. The purple's not coming through on there. Well, they are all named characters, Twisted, though. So, but the title characters for the series are probably the ones I should have. But I still want them playable, so I do want them simple. So just, as I said, a grass tuft, something simple. Just for them. Nobody else gets a grass tuft. Nobody else, apart from the butterfly, gets anything more than those, and the butterfly is only getting that because that is the one I want. I've not choose. That's going to be my character, essentially. I just 4 arms, So even as a small creature, they can still wield large weapons, either one-handed if they hold it with two hands, or two-handed if they hold it with all four. So yeah, strength is sufficient. Awesome. So you've got none of the limitations. There will be a fly speed involved. Of course, there are wings. But he's gonna be a butterfly barbarian. And yeah, that's my character. Anyway, I do have bases to repair as well, such as said bunny and a little fire breathing familiar call. It's written on that. That I could probably do with finding that pen that I was writing with and chucking it over to Sparkles just so notes can be made quickly. I think the list pretty much there of every character that I've painted and which ones need which at the moment. Excellent. See, I am getting used to this stuff. And I am getting slowly used to building, the painting, organising. If he ever does show up in here one day, Ramrod would be excellent because he's the one who's given me pretty much the start of a campaign if I wanted to run a campaign. And there's no reason I can't write a start to it as a session 0 to put you there, or be the reason why you're there, as opposed to on the island and searching the island. But I can also run many one-shots from the island as well. That is good. Have the wet palette. Now I need to decide on colours. Administratum. He is dark with the black leathery wings. Bats don't, even though the wings may be black, the actual skin isn't necessarily, is it? But in this case, his ears are, so his skin would. Or his fur, should have. But I am going to lighten up round his muzzle, and I'm going to use. Get rid of that one. You do need another select. A off. Ah! Don't drop the gnome oil. Oh. Your one's under dust. Baneblade Brown, maybe? And then highlight it with Rakarth Flesh. And try and kind of stipple and dab it on. Just to go around the base of the... Yeah. Then I can give him a little blue nose as well. Now I've been waffling on for far too long. How is everyone? Look back through chat to see. So there is only one arm and a bit of a back left to do on that model twist. Oh, that is nice. Yes, also Twisted Nurse Painting does have a channel. Go check him out. Lee also has a channel as well. So also please check out Anfield Road Layout in the Loft. Lee covers more scale model. So Railroad in the Loft should give you a very good idea. He has a model rail stick. But the work is still fantastic, so please go check him out. I've actually picked up a few things from meeting Lee and the model scale model world as opposed to the fantasy scale model. I know the two don't usually cross, but they should be far better for everybody, both sides. So I want something I can use very small stippling brush which would be the small dry brush from Games Workshop in this case. And also to make sure that the paints are properly shaken. I only want a tiny bit of this. So what I'm going to do is directly dab it onto the wet palette and then dab it onto his face. Just give me, actually that's not a bad idea, Lee. Let me just remember how the hell that works. Collab cam, which is there, but I have no idea how the. So that's the alert box. I don't want to move the alert. Oh, I know something. Sometimes this is just a pain in the. Why you move? Don't move the chat box. This is why you don't click buttons, people. This is why you don't click buttons. I want collab cam. Should be above desk cam, which is correct. Now there, I do change its size. Okay, right, Lee, this is a complete experiment. How am I sending you this message? And please don't say Twitter. I'm going to need either Instagram or Facebook, or I'm going to need something that I can access via the PC to be able to send you this. No worries, Twisted. I shall see you later. You enjoy your food. You enjoy your food? I'm going to put headphones on because I'm going to need them. I've got to also go find collab cam and unmute that. And check my decibels is at 0. Discord, of course. Of course. I am an absolute moron. Right. That collab cam. Generate a new link. Copy. Go to Discord. Go to direct messages. Find Anfield Road on the left. And paste that link to him. There we go. And now I've got to leave that up because this is going to be weird. I'm talking and I can hear it. So we are very lucky tonight. We are going to be able to interview Lee from Anfield Road Layout in the Loft about his trip to Chester, where he went to an absolutely massive railway sale, and I'm assuming some kind of convention as well. Lee, if you follow that link, it should end to a point where I bring you up onto the screen. I think. I hope so. It worked like this last time. Although hearing my own voice back is acting, it's so much so that I picked up the wrong paint. So the next one after the Baneblade Brown is the Rakath Flesh. Same idea with draw out the pot and kind of stipple it to the one. Still there, a bit left. Hopefully, in this case I may off onto my hand as well. I only want to do a little bit of this now in this. Main part, just around here. So he's still got the dark around the outsides. But yeah, his face is still kind of black. Here's the question. Even though he's not got a name, is he a thief? Or is he an assassin? And again, he's gonna have a fly speed. His constitution may be low, but he'll compensate probably through dexterity. He'll be able to dash and fly as so move. Oh, fly should. Bonus action dash. Drop down and sneak attack someone. Would be nice. Or at least stop those pesky enemies from flying away. Yeah, leave that one on. Hopefully, booting up. And oh, he's got potions and metal. And white trousers are not the best for sneaking. I want some kind of colour somewhere. It's too dark compared to everyone else. So, eye colour. I'm thinking yellow. I kind of like the colour of the dagger, but put green or red on there. Possibly be either fire blade or a, but only active when, so at the moment while it's not in use. I have been using. I have. That's mostly because of the Khorne Warrior. But I've still got another 20 of them to go eventually. And a Mauler Fiend. And a lot on Juggernaut or Lord Invocatus. Eventually. That's me fucking eyes. Because he's opening his cloak out and showing things. Pardon me. Right, I'm gonna need some weird colours. Well, a green shade can be one. Because it's just a nice weird colour. That can go onto one of the little baubles and vials and biggest. Don't want a lot of this. Probably. Okay. And next one can be orange. Let me all know if the link's not working as well, please. Generate a different. Not very often I get guests up at the moment, especially since I've been using Streamlabs. So I do need more practice in how to counter any issues. orange. That bobble in. Hope that Coeli green shade works. We also have a bottle of something. What washes do I have to hand? Could go for a speed paint as a. That should work. I've also got to think about the hilt of his little dagger as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Ali. Actually zoom in. Yes, I can actually zoom in, can't I? Can't see the portrait at the moment. Let's just move that down. Haha. Oh yes. And the bits that I'm doing are really small here under the cloak. I think it's more lighting than zoom that might be needed. So, yes, I'm painting right under here. So you can see the orange bauble. Just about. Maybe ever bring it a little closer. The fact that my microphone is casting a bit of a shadow isn't helping. So yes, the orange bauble. I have put Coeli green shade over that one, but not that bright. Maybe I should paint it in a tiny bit of ivory first. Just to make sure that he stands out. I'll do a. Where's the Games Workshop crap white? Oh, I've got you somewhere. Wraithbone, there you are, you're the crap version. You're likely to get more weird streaks and stuff. I do need to remember to keep an eye on chats more. Why doesn't it pick up the do-do-do's, but it picks up my voice? Do you all hear the do-do? Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, they don't echo in my ears. That's weird. The do-do-do-do-do-do's don't echo in my ears, but when I talk, it does. How peculiar. I'm going to give his trousers a little bit of a touch up with some spots of ivory on the higher places. And then I can hopefully get away with washing with something not bright but coloured. I hope. Certain sections are just going to need washing anyway. Oh, crap. Did not want to get any on his wing. Bugger. I think I have my light a little over bright at the moment. I think that might be how I ended up getting the bloody shine on his wing, actually. Either way. Works, it works. I'll try and fucking how I did it. I've just used the fucking wash. Where is it? There it is. I do have lots of characters, so I'm gonna have to let Sparkles know how many left that has to go on boards. Not sure how I'm gonna base him because he, as I said, he's up and mountain. I think so far there's potential for a swap because you could pretty much put the butterfly anywhere because it carries its own little mound of. Oh no, it's got to go on the ground floor because it carries its own little mound of earth. It's got to go on the ground floor. Wonderful. Right, so how well's the orange? Hasn't gone too well. So that might need to brighten up. However, I think I've got the effects I wanted on the green shade wash. So we're just going to go straight for fire bright orange in this case. No building up, no going through what it's called Wild Rider Red or anything. Nope. We're just going straight for the really bright shit. Hopefully we're going to put it on thin enough. And it's not going to overshadow everything else around it. So in between, what do I want? It is a vial as opposed to a. We have an orange potion and a weird pale potion. What should the vial be? Part of me is saying I should go red or blue. To either be a health potion or a restore mana, restore spell slot potion. Essentially a mana potion if you was playing a PC RPG type game. Those are more akin to the 3 bars rather than spell slot system. I don't want to make him a arcane trickster. Although looking at that shit, he's got a thief's mate looking very good. No, I'm gonna pick that metals because that's gonna be his thieves tool, or a potentially deadly weapon. If, as I said, thief or assassin, not sure, but it's a bat either way. There's gonna be a flying rogue and a flying barbarian. I've got a feeling Oak is gonna get played more than Sparkles because Oak's got wild shape. Keep up. Especially if you're flying over rivers. 20-foot river, both of them. Barbarians get extra movement. Oh crap, I didn't think about that. Good evening, Graham. How are you doing, mate? How are you? How was Baldur's Gate? I believe it's Baldur's Gate night for you. Seeing as you're in the D&D type mood, what should this bat be? It is a rogue already, but should it be a thief or an assassin? Just to point out, there is already a barbarian that can fly, and this will make a rogue that can fly. I'm just not sure which path to send him down. Lee, you're not on Discord. Are you showing us offline? So. Oh, so you're having Minecraft. Are you on Steam? if you're on Steam, No Man's Sky is on offer at the moment, like 20 quid. That's multiplayer and you can join up quite easily. Anyone on your Steam list. Right, metallics. Where's the metallics? Where the fuck are the metallics? Aha! Dead Belcher. The brass. It's nice to gold. It's near enough to gold anyway. I suppose I could look for a Retributor armor, but seeing as I have these two to hand, I think. Oh! Tell you what, I've not used for a while. Copper. Or is it brass? Or bronze? No, bronze. I've not used bronze for a while. I'm going to use some bronze. I need the brass for on. I'm going to use bronze because I find a little bit of it, and it's just dagger and that thing at the other side, which are got thieves' tools or some kind of dangerous weapon. So yes, this little chap still needs naming, and he also needs a finalized class solution. It's definitely a rogue. It's just, does he go around killing people? Or does he go around stealing things? This is the question. I know Ali has suggested a lot of names so far, and I appreciate them all. But I also want somebody else's ideas as well. What do they think? I mean, knee-jerk reactions sometimes just pop out. However, Bruce is a bit. He can't be. He's a rogue. He's a thief or an assassin. He does the exact things that Batman doesn't do. So I can't call him Bruce. Just not in. No, because that's wrong. I'm gonna shut down the call-up cam for now. Hopefully, you ping me on Discord just to let me know you clicked in, and I can reopen it again. So for a blue nose, I don't want. I don't have overly bright blue, but I do want something that's going to stand out as blue. So what do I? No, I remember blue's way too. Stegadon green, which is very much a blue, even though it doesn't want to be. All these Sotek green. See, I say blue. People say green. Yeah. I'm forever going to have this argument with people. So what are you building on your realm server, Graham? Brutus. Brutus? Well, the bat, I'm assuming that is Ali. You are in the. Watch. Way too much paint on my paintbrush. Ridiculous amounts of paint in the fucking thing's nose. You are building a mansion. I'm assuming this mansion is then going to expand underground. as well as get bigger. So a very, very small dot on his nose, which is actually blue. Eye colour. Part of me says yellow. And to go for Avalon Sunset. And then even a touch with actual golden yellow and possibly even ivory and a white dot. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of dots. I'm gonna be. Have problems with Streamlabs. Okay, let me just double check that. That's. Think. Let me generate a new link. Copy that link. Try the new link. Wouldn't mind. I have the properties open, so it should show me as soon as it pop up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with yellows. Do I count bat ears and sonar thing? Oh no, this rogue's got ass, and I've made him a bad guy. Oh, he was already because he's on the mountainside, which, and it slowly dawned on me how much of an ass I've. And if we get them resolved and you do, this does work, generating a new link, let me know the problem. Such as, do you have to install things or asking for permissions that it doesn't usually ask for and don't particularly wish to give them? Okay, get this in the right place to see the app. He does very much look like fucking Batman, though. That's completely accidental. I did not want that to happen. But he does fucking look like Batman. Can't deny it. On face, anyway. But Batman's not a nice guy. Yeah, awesome. Yes, please put. Oh, do I need to? Have I got anywhere for game stuff to go? I've just got other people's channels and. Just got that, haven't I? So what I'm going to do is. I'll just call it gaming. Oh, private. Great channel. Woohoo! It worked. So we have a music and gaming and ideas and discussion. Don't know where that one came from. Oh, that came from ideas for doing camps. Tau. I've yet to start yet. Oh, and October's coming. I don't know when I'm. Everything's just going so fast. Looking at his eyes, I don't think I need to, for purposes of playing. I do think I need to brighten up that cloak a little bit, though. So I'm gonna go for a bit of Death Guard Green. I think I just crashed the fucking tub when that should have open. No, that was a. Oh, Death Guard Green gone. That's. Oh no, this one has. That's okay. That's okay. See you on Discord. And nothing, nope. So, presumably still trying to get Streamlabs. Not sure why it's not letting him on. Give him that very good. But we do, as I said, wish to dry brush this. So, one of the tips of the coffee stirrers. Don't need too much. Lob there and scrape. Well, that's not probably need these. I'm just going to give it a bit of a rub along to make a coloured version. Then I can get some paint on the brush by painting it along. I will need some coffee stirrer sticks done up so they can go on bases. Check that I got enough off. Yep. And now dry brush. Just to help that cloak stand out. Doesn't do much to really bring it out at the minute, but with a little bit more. My hands covered in paint again, but of the night I can see. Obviously I've got to get around the front of the cloak. Try not to get on his fucking face. Definitely get over the shoulders. These ones do not hold boulders. They hold potions and daggers. You are in the portrait one, Ali. Okie dokie. Well, I believe Sparkles is also in there. If you wish to try and convince Sparkles to try and do. Oh. Kryptonite. Get me stuff. We'll set you both in the same place to do so. Ah, fuck. Aha. There is Lee. Leo's got a very, very wide angle camera. And what I will introduce Lee from Anfield Road layout in the loft. Hello there, mate. Lee, you there? You're on screen. Collab cam is really low. How far away is your mic? Can you point to it? He's definitely there, people. We're just having audio issues. Let me just get the properties and check that color. Yep, that's full. Do I have to apply a filter? Yep, no, that is fine. No, don't want a copy filter. I don't want visual presets. I don't want visual fuses. I want. Okay, try talking again, mate. Unless you've just gone. Yes. I just tried turning your gain up, so hopefully that would work. But yes, that works, but your microphone wasn't picking up for some reason. That might help as well, because that one that's picking up my voice, so he couldn't have heard me if he was talking to him, because I had that wrong fucking setting on. So we'll open that back up and see if Lee can actually join again. And what was I doing? Oh, yeah. No, actually, that's a good point. Where did Lee pop up on the portrait cam? Lee did not pop up on the portrait view. Okay, I will have to sort that if you come. Elliot, Godshade. Because that's what his clothes gonna get a washing. He's decided. But you've just dry brushed it that green. Yeah, I'm gonna put this wash on just to tone the initial dry brush in base over the base colour, and to deepen a few of the recesses a bit more. And then I shall give it another dry brush of the Death Guard green, and hopefully that will just make this cloak pop a little bit more. I don't need it to really like bam in your face like what I wanted the shield. That's why I chose purple and gold and bright. But I do want it to be seen and noticed, and you can see that it is a green cloak rather than just green meh. Don't like green mez. Anfield Road is back. Let's hope we have a microphone running. How are you doing, mate? Go on screen. How are you doing?
Not too bad. I'm actually going to Streamlabs myself. I'm starting to look at stuff. I've been messing around with cameras, as you can see.
Awesome. Yeah, you've got a very wide angle view.
Yes. Yeah, I can't see you on my tablet though. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Lee's very loud. Okay.
Do you want me to?
No, I've said it done on my end. That's fine.
I've just started looking at Streamlabs myself to start going with.
No, you should be able to see me and the desk.
Yeah. I can. Yeah, that video was it was unreal, especially that I expect to get that interview of a YouTuber channel, a top YouTuber that works for Accurascale.
Oh, nice. So, how much did you get out of it? How much did you learn from that interview? Was there any insights into?
No, I've been following him when I was started in the loft, and he works for a Cura scale, and I can't fault him. And it just went from there. But the way I come about my channel was a fluke.
Funny enough, so was mine.
Well, I started it as a vlog for when I found the layout in the loft and where Anfield Road comes from, and I am back up in there, but I'm only videoing. This is a studio, the heart of the loft layout, where they do all the editing and the building.
Yeah, well, you have the PC setups and everything else you need in the room where you're going to be actually running the tracks and building the layout.
No, Anfield Road is the loft layout that started the channel. It's on the channel. There's going to be just videos coming from me video gear that I do. I have got once a week. I'm going to be doing once every 2 weeks on a like not this Wednesday. You'll just have an ordinary video, but the following Wednesday will be a premiere. I'm just going to alternate between premiere and videos. I've got some awesome content to come out that is going to. As you can see, I've got a T-shirt as well now. I do
notice on that last video. I did notice.
Yeah, I have. I have actually got merch. I just need to start sorting it.
Oh, I'm going to be down the line though for me. No, that's way down the line for me. However,
no.
Subscribers, I'm assuming I'll get at least some. I hope we'll be getting some of it.
Well, yeah.
That's obviously the idea.
Yeah,
self-promotion as well, because you can use it at the events like you did in Chester.
Yeah.
I'm assuming some people would have took notice while you were there.
Yeah.
What was actually going on in Chester?
It was No Pete Waterman, the Making Tracks layout.
Yeah, I know. I understand that he is a big into the
it was his layout with rail nuts, and it was at Chester for the last time, so I had to go to get the contents.
So it was a last chance thing, so you had. So it's a go now, or it's not going to happen again.
No, it wasn't that. I've been all the times. It's but I can't fall. Back in a minute.
I know worries. I'm assuming this is shouting you from downstairs. Too loud. I have spoke to his partner in chats of some of his lives. Lovely lady, but certainly Liverpudlian. Lee's volume is still too high. Okay. Let's drop it down to minus 20 decibels and see how that works when it comes back.